Welcome to Family Features, a podcast for anyone who wants to experience healthy relationships within their family. This is Dr. Corey Gilbert, and I'm honored to come alongside you to encourage, educate, and equip you as we focus on the different relationships that make us family. Let's get started and focus on today's feature. Hey there, my name is Dr. Corey Gilbert, and I want to introduce you to a new program that I have coming out. It's called the Trauma to Transformed program. So what is the focus? The focus is everyone has a past, and many of us are stuck. Many of us, that past is haunting us. And what I want to help people do, and what I see and have been able to do in my practice and my work with people, is see people's lives completely radically change in a way that they never thought possible. And so the focus is 7 simple shifts to breaking free and re-envisioning your life. Now, what's the caveat or the I guess alternative? Without years of therapy, because I see too many people doing that. Oversharing, where we actually have to walk through the story and reliving our hurts. And those key things actually they don't break us free. They don't free us like we think they will. I see this in people sharing their testimonies. I see this in people just wrestling through and struggling to really kind of maintain just life, like status quo. So married, struggling to just even stay married or stay engaged with their spouse. They have kids. Again, the goal or the only place they can find focus is survival. I want you to thrive. I want you to live way above and beyond that. Have you tried therapy? Have you tried counseling for periods of time and you see very little results? Okay, that's a problem. Have you shared and talked about your story too much? Or to the point where you're just either sick of it? Is it haunting you? Do you have memories and flashbacks and struggles of past pains or things that have been done to you or choices you made? Because any of that and all of that is not a place that God has for us, a place that God wants us to be. That is not how He built us. That's not how He wants us. And it's interesting to see how memory is stored in the brain and how it's so much easier to remember the hurts than it is to remember the good stuff. It kind of pains me to see that in terms of how we're made. What I also see is so many people that have a complete inability to dream. They can't see the future. They can't, not that you are looking to see the future as in the true future, but you can't dream. Because it takes a dream first to give us some kind of direction to then let God do amazing things and take us to an even better place. And people that don't dream are in utter survival mode. And so I want to be able to see you do that. I want to be able to see you have more intimacy and friendship and laughter and joy with your marriage partner. I want to see you be more present with your children. All these things are things that I see in the work that I do with families, with couples, and with many individuals who are stuck. They're fighting every day just kind of to survive. They feel hopeless, trapped. And I want more for you, yes, but God has built more for you in His world. Yes, this is a rough year. 2020 really is kind of taking the cake here. It's a struggle. But I think what it's actually done is it's revealed a lot of cracks. It's been a revealing year to show us a lot of where we're struggling, a lot of the things that we've kind of hidden away and that now are kind of coming to light, and maybe showing us places that we thought we were okay and we're not okay. And my heart and passion is to walk alongside people who are in that place and see them go from trauma to transformed. Now, there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of things you can do out there. But one of my, approaches and ways that I work with people is we don't do those things that a lot of other people do. We're not going to talk through all the problems because we can talk and talk and talk and not get anywhere. We're going to be focusing on tools and skills that help you understand yourself, your body, your relationships, the past, and then be able to see the present and be present and then build an incredible future. And my name is Corey Gilbert, licensed counselor for 20 years, been a therapist, been a professor for 16 plus years, author, researcher, dad, husband of 17 plus years to the same person. So that's an amazing success for me and for our family. But all those things aside, my heart is for you to see the success I've had and even greater, to see a joy that maybe you lost along the way. Maybe you you haven't been able to dream since you can remember. And to find that ability to focus on the future and get excited about something and not just be in survival mode. So if you're someone looking to break free of your past and reignite your love life and dream again with your spouse, I would be honored to work with you. If you feel like everything you have tried ends up the same, you're stuck and without a long-lasting effect, I'd again love to work with you. If you want to break down past strongholds and untie the binds of fear, contempt, and shame, I would be honored to walk alongside you with that. And if you want to find hope, healing, a new life, dream again, and discover that fun, passionate side of yourself, I would be honored to work with you. And so how do we do that? I'll show you kind of what these are and these 7 simple shifts just to kind of introduce you to those. And then if you're interested, you can download this guide at guide.trauma2transform.com. So that's where you can download it. I'll put the link in the show notes. I'll put the link here on YouTube as well for you to access that. But the first of these simple shifts, let me just kind of walk through them so you can hear them and see that they are simple, but then we'll show you in this our conversations how difficult they are to implement and to keep. And I want you to see that you can do this. So first one, it is imperative to understand that the knowledge is power. So just understanding stuff about how the brain works, how your brain stores memory, and how this is negatively impacted post-trauma. Our brain stores trauma in a different way. And when you understand that, you have a lot more grace for yourself, which I think is a critical part of stepping forward. Second thing, the number 2 is learning about the power of parts. You are not just one person. You're made up of many people. We all have multiple personality disorder in some sense, except all the parts know each other. Versus in DID or dissociative identity disorder, they don't for survival reasons. We are a different person around kids. We're a different person around our best friend. We're another person around someone that makes us nervous. We're a different person pretty much with everyone that we're around. When we're alone, we have different parts of us that kind of come up and take control and can make us feel anxious or scared or hurt and timid. And so understanding the power of parts is a way to break free, like personalities. This lens might just be the special key, and I found it to be one of the critical keys for some people. Just understanding that alone, they find themselves break free in a different place, in a healthy place, in a strong, beautiful place, which is just really powerful. Number 3, this one's a really hard one and beautiful in terms, again, the steps forward. It's important to look at the impact of your childhood experiences. So your life with your family of origin and those key people that impacted you and strengthened you as you grew up. So here we dive into understanding your ACE score and your resilience score and understanding what those are. And then one of the tools that I love is the power of the felt sense. And I know I'm saying a lot of words and none of this might make sense at first. I promise it will. It's something I've been teaching and talking about and speaking about for a decade or so. And I'm so excited to bring this to you in a way that hopefully will transform your life. Number 4, we will actually navigate and better understand the power of shame, the overwhelm and danger of contempt, and how we mask it and cover it right up with performance to survive and hide. And then what the neutralizers are of these 3 culprits to truly break free. How do we take the power away so we can break free is a critical part of this next 4th step. 5th, I want you to grasp the enormity of the role and damage of abuse. It isn't a small thing. It's a big thing. The weight and the terror even of powerlessness, of being in that space, and the pain of betrayal and key people that maybe you did trust with some of your story and they hurt you further. And how these can persist and keep their tentacles hooked in you for life. And I want you to break free of these. And I love doing this because I love the power of the gospel. I love the power of Christ, the power of God being the Redeemer. And I feel in these areas, He shows up in ways to break free for people where you're not having to work your way out, which is what it feels like at times. Then the 6th one, really difficult. The 6th one is hope enters the picture when we learn of the beautiful journey towards change, which is the power of true forgiveness. We've got to learn the power of that for myself and how it helps me break free. And then see how Satan intended all of this for his glory and how God redeems. I hope you get excited just with that one alone. And the last one, the seventh shift, it comes down to who you partner with, who you choose or whom you choose as your guide. That can change everything. If you're struggling with something and you choose as your guide someone who believes something very different than you, you're going to be taking a very different direction. And I want to help you not end up in that space and to be someone that actually is led towards being more Christ-like, more healthy, more holy, more confident, more at peace, more full of joy, more present with your kids, more present with those that you love, a stronger person. So I hope this is encouraging to you, and I hope that this actually leads to you really desiring to break free. If you want to learn about more and more, you can go to guide.trauma2transform.com, guide.trauma2transform.com. Download that guide. It leads to a link where you can actually watch a little short training and talking through this some more. And then would love to talk with you and see if I can help serve you, your family, and radically change who you are and how you live your life. So bless you. Talk to you soon. Thank you for tuning in to the Family Features Podcast. It has been an honor to serve. Find out more about Dr. Gilbert and his resources for you and your family's growth and success at healinglives.com. And if you think you could use some support along the way, be sure to book that call at bookdrg.com. And one more thing, if you found this helpful, please share this podcast with others so that we can change the world.